led from the start. Every pole the winning one, and it's Winning Colors showing the way as they sprint away in the lane. Winning Colors doing it just like Kiwi Lucas said she would. And down the stretch they come. Winning Colors in front. Here comes 49er on the outside. Lucas and Stevens. It's a fighting finish. Winning Colors by a head. Wire to wire with Gary Stevens in the air.
It's Thunder Gulch, the drawing off. Thunder Gulch. Tejano run. Late run by Timber Country, but it's Thunder Gulch winning the Derby.
When looking at the 2019 Derby contenders, Gary and Mary West from the West Stables have two really solid ones in Game Winner, the 2-year-old champion from 2018, and Florida Derby winner Maximum Security, trained by Bob Baffert and Jason Service respectively. And one of the questions about Game Winner is, for those of you who may not have a historical perspective going this far back, let's just try to synthesize and bring you, kind of thread some, some ironic needles here. And that is, back in 1994, Timber Country was brilliant at Churchill Downs, winning the Juvenile, and became the winner book favorite for the 1995 Kentucky Derby. He ran into a horse trained by Richard Mandela, who trains Omaha Beach, who's probably going to be the post-time favorite, named Afternoon Delights, who was an absolute fluid mover, beat Timber Country in 2 straight races prior to the Santa Anita Derby, won by Larry the Legend, ridden by Gary Stevens, who got injured, could not run in the Kentucky Derby. Stevens then was able to secure the mount on Thunder Gulch, who was lesser regarded than Timber Country. Timber Country ran a good race with Pat Day aboard and got into a little trouble, but he was never going to beat Thunder Gulch, who just got first run, made a beautiful move on the turn at 24-1 after losing the Bluegrass, following up his compelling wins against Suave Prospect in 2 pitch battles in both the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby. And, this is where, ironically, are we seeing the same movie being scripted and produced in 2019. Game Winner's lost both of his starts after winning the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at Churchill Downs in 2018, but he's been very, very solid. Is he going to be a victim and end up being third best, or maybe not even hitting the board in this Kentucky Derby? Or is he going to be an upgraded version of Timber Country where he actually wins the Kentucky Derby and then maybe can, consolidate that in the Preakness, come to life and make that big middle move to a greater degree and show some dynamics that he hasn't quite showed in his career? Can he make that jump? Because I think that's the kind of race he's going to have to run to win this, even though I do think that it may become somewhat of a bit of a knock 'em, sock 'em, stagger fest, whatever you want to call it, in the end, where these horses, no one's going to be left standing in the stretch, and perhaps Game Winner might be right there to pick up the pieces in his stalk and pounce style. But he is going to have to show kind of a dynamic run, a middle move, something electrifying like Real Quiet, solid in the Santa Anita Derby, and then he really, made improvements going into the Kentucky Derby and showed some dynamic, showed some gears. So we'll see if Game Winner can do that.